Good morning, guys. Today I'd like to talk to you about 7 potential problem areas when dating or being with a Filipina. Now, these are not an exhaustive number of problem areas. There are multiple areas. These are just 7 of what I would think would be areas that come up fairly often. So stick around and we'll get into it. So the first one is cultural. Now, we do speak the same language, but obviously we do have a lot of differences in our cultures. We may be used to a specific type of Western diet, and she may not know the recipes, and she may not even know how to cook those things that you like. She may not even know how to cook a steak. So there are areas like that where they're going to have to adapt to the things that you like. Also, they may like certain types of food that you just can't stand. And the one that comes to mind is something like balut, which is an egg which has got a live chick inside, which is then cooked and eaten with vinegar. So yeah, just a simple area like food could be a problem. The other thing is what I would term as the speed of love. Obviously, if she's telling you that she loves you within a couple of days, that is over the top, shouldn't be trusted. But if she's telling you that she loves you within, a few weeks, then she probably does. However, there's a caveat there. The tendency for them to tell you that they love you so quickly is kind of based on their concept of love. Now, in the West, we have that one word love, and it covers a multitude of feelings, from things like such as ice cream, I love ice cream, all the way through to being actually deeply in love unconditionally, which you might have for a child, for example. So in the West, we tend to wait until we have those feelings which we consider to be strong, loving feelings before we would say that we are in love. Whereas a Filipino or a Filipina would probably say that they are in love when they are at the like stage. So just bear that in mind, that when they say that they love you, they may be the equivalent of just liking you, but they call the whole thing comes under that heading of love. So don't be too shocked when they say that they love you, but also don't take it for something that it doesn't actually mean. It takes them the same length of time to actually have the same feelings that you do. It's just difference in the terminology, that's all, really. Next thing would be financial expectations. What are her expectations of what you will do, and what are your expectations of what she will do? They could differ enormously. You might want your girlfriend or your significant other to be employed and have a job and able to contribute towards the finances. And she may thinking that she's hit the jackpot and she's got a foreigner who's retired and has got an income coming in, and she doesn't have to work again. And even on top of that, she may think that you'll supply enough money to take care of her parents if the parents aren't working, are struggling a little bit. And even beyond that, she may have the expectation that you'll look after the whole family. So that has to be kind of taken care of fairly quickly, that you manage those expectations right at the beginning of the relationship, where you make it clear what you will and will not pay for, and what your expectations from her are also. Another thing would be long-term goals. What are her long-term goals and what are yours? as someone who's coming to the Philippines to retire, your long-term goals may be simply just to relax, take it easy, maybe find a hobby to do, like so many of us do, start a YouTube channel and just talking to the world, giving your opinions about various things. She may have a long-term goal of developing a career. She may want to have kids. And that's a very strong thing with a Filipina, is to have kids. And if you don't want kids, and even if she says that she doesn't want kids initially, you can guarantee that as time goes by, as she gets older and older, that little clock inside, the little baby clock, that tick gets louder and louder to the point where they can't ignore it anymore. And they will find a way to have a baby. So again, that's just something which you should kind of discuss very early on in the relationship to manage those expectations. Personal hygiene. Filipinas like guys to be clean and tidy. So are you the kind of person who takes a shower every day or a couple of showers a day? Do you brush your teeth? Do you present yourself well? Wear nice clothing? Because if you don't, if you're a scruffy bugger and you don't clean your teeth and you stink, then that can be a problem for a Filipina. On the reverse side of that, your Filipina may not have been to the dentist for many years and possibly not at all, because she can't simply afford to. And so she may have bad teeth or gum disease, leading to terrible breath. Are you able to put up with that? So, or are you willing to pay the dental fees to fix the problem? Demeanour, another one. More on your side, what kind of demeanour do you have? Are you the kind of person who's patient, or are you the kind of person that gets upset very quickly? Are you aggressive? Are you the kind of person that when someone cuts you up, are you going to start to chase them down and shout and swear at them, potentially get involved in an altercation with them? If you're doing that in front of your Filipina, that's not going to go down too well. Also, are you the kind of person who is going to become argumentative with your Filipina in public? Because that's a definite no-no. Shaming your Filipina in a public place is very, very bad. That's not going to go down well for you at all. So I would recommend that you don't do that. Family dynamics. You will find with a Filipina is that they are very much controlled by or influenced by their parents and their elder siblings. So even though they're with you in a relationship, you might find that the mother or the father or the older sister or brother still has a really big say in the decision processes that she might make. So for example, if you want to move to another island and the mother says no, or one of the sisters says no, you might find that she's not coming with you. So again, before you get heavily involved or emotionally involved, you best to work out what that dynamic is and see what level of influence that the family does have on her. And if they do have that strong influence, is it going to be a good influence? Is it going to be an influence where they actually encourage her to move to a different island where she can have a better life? Religion is another one. Now, the greater majority of Filipinas are Catholic, and some of them are what would be termed as evangelical or born-again Christians. And so their morality structure does tend to fit quite well with the Western morality structure, because their laws and their morals are very close to our own. but she could potentially, especially if you're getting involved with a girl in Mindanao, she could be Muslim. And are you prepared to get involved with a Muslim girl? Because the morality and the family structure, the whole gamut of everything that I've just spoken about is very, very different when it comes to a Muslim girl. And in fact, only recently we've had the report of a guy who married a Muslim girl and ended up kidnapped, and we haven't heard anything about him since. He's just taken away, disappeared, not for a ransom apparently. So who knows what was going on there. So that's it for now, folks. 7 potential problem areas with your Filipina, which I would suggest that you talk about fairly early on in the relationship to prevent issues coming up later on. And of course, there will always be issues with any relationship. It's all about having to make that compromise, be patient, understanding the cultural differences and the difference in values that you may have, and over the course of time just coming together, becoming closer and closer, or potentially realizing that it's causing more and more issues and problems and may have to cut it. Okay guys, again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.